get this started. All right. Hi, I'm Jake. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Blake.
I'm the OT student today, and I'm just going to be asking you a few questions just to understand what's going on with you. And so occupational therapy is a way to help us kind of figure out help you get back to what's meaningful to you. So I'm going to be conducting an occupational profile. So these are just some questions to just kind of help better understand how I can help you get back to some of those activities you like to do.
Sure.
So the first question I'll ask, so what brings you in today?
I just finished surgery for replacement of my left knee. Hoping to get back to living my life normally.
Okay. And when did this happen?
I've been having pain for about 6 months and just got out of surgery a few days ago.
Okay. And then what does a typical day look like for you?
Sure. I get up, I take a shower. I have a small child at home, so I help get him ready, and then I take him to daycare. I go get a latte at my favorite coffee shop downtown, and then I head to the office. I work a very sedentary job. I'm the director of IT services at Quincy University. I sit at a desk for 4 hours. I go to lunch with a friend, because that's the 1 hour of the day that's mine. And then I sit at a desk again for another 4 hours until I head home.
Okay. Okay. So, what kind of activities do you typically like to engage in?
Sure. I like to play video games, work on electronics, spend time with my family. My son's 9 months old and has just started crawling, so I try very hard to keep up with him. I like to watch sports, baseball, Formula One racing, and I like to play softball with my friends.
Okay, very neat. Have you had any trouble with like any of these activities lately?
Yeah, I mostly play video games at my computer, which is in my basement. I'm having a lot of trouble with stairs right now. I am very much struggling to get up and down, so playing with my son has been very difficult. I live in a multi-story home, so getting upstairs has been difficult. And playing softball when I can't run is right out.
And so, currently, do you need some extra time with these activities?
A lot of them I don't feel like I can do at all. I would very much like to get down and crawl around with my son, but I can't get on the floor myself. If I did somehow manage to get on the floor myself, I don't think I could get myself back up. He's better at pulling himself up than I am at this point.
Okay. So, do you use any equipment or need any help with anything at home?
Yeah, my wife helps me get dressed in the morning. I don't have any trouble putting my shirt on, but it's hard to gather up what I need. It's hard for me to put on what I need without walking around. It's really painful to walk around. I can't stand in the shower anymore, so we've put in a chair so that I can sit, and then I'm okay in the shower. They gave me something for scrubbing, but I feel pretty silly using it, so I'm mostly doing okay when I can sit. I have a walker for helping me walk right now too.
Okay.
Which feels pretty silly at 35 years old, so.
No, it's not silly at all. It helps you, as long as it helps you get what you need to, get done.
Sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about the pain? Where is it located right now?
In my left knee, I would say on the top of the knee, mostly. And then the muscles around my leg kind of just hurts in general.
Okay. And how would you rate that pain on a scale of 1 to 10?
Right now, it's livable. It's not that distracting, just kind of uncomfortable. Maybe a 3 or 4 just sitting here. But when I get up and try to walk, it's not the worst pain I've ever had in my life, but it's pretty bad. Maybe a 8 or 9.
Okay. Next, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your home environment.
Sure.
So, did you say you currently live with family right now?
Yes, live with my wife and my son and our dog, Ollie. He is a Corgi Pomeranian mix with a whole lot of energy and a whole lot of hair. He's very sweet, but he likes to woof and he likes to run around.
Is he a smaller dog?
He's like 22, 23 pounds, so pretty small. I used to have a Yorkie. He's not as small as my Yorkie was, but he probably still rates as a small dog.
Okay. I know they like to bark a lot. I have a family that has small dogs and they love to bark.
Yeah, my Yorkies famously love to bark, but my Yorkie, his name was Artie, he never barked, except once we brought home Ollie, the Corgi, and once Ollie started barking, suddenly my 13-year-old Yorkie, who had never barked ever, figured out how to bark.
Yeah, it's funny how they could be, dogs can influence each other.
Yeah.
I know you said you had stairs at home. Do you live in a 1-story or 2-story home?
2-story with a basement. The basement's kind of my space. It's where my workbench is. It's where my computer is. It's where, I don't know. I avoid the term man cave because my wife doesn't like it. But a lot of people would probably describe it as my man cave. It's very hard to get down there right now, so I haven't been going down very often. The second floor is where our bedroom and shower and the nursery are, so I live most of my life on the first floor.
Okay.
And then head upstairs at bedtime.
Do you have any help at home?
Just my wife, which is to say not very much, since we also have a 9-month-old son. I feel pretty bad about not being able to help with him the way that I wish I could.
Would you say that's one of the more frustrating things, is not being able to help around the house, especially with your son?
He's crawling now. He hasn't been crawling for very long, and he's going to be walking before we know it, and I'm going to have just missed the phase of his life that he was crawling, that I could have been down crawling with him.
Yeah.
Which is a real bummer.
Well, hopefully we can kind of help identify some things here and try to help you re-engage in those activities.
That'd be great.
Do you need any breaks, like with standing or?
Yeah, I don't like to stand for very long. If I can sort of stand in one place and get situated, I can stand in place for a bit. But anytime I have to put weight on my leg, I would just rather not. Like, I can stand at the sink and do dishes if I'm standing at the sink. Ironically, it's harder to bend over and put dishes in the dishwasher than it is to stand at the sink and wash dishes. And I can't put dishes away because I have to walk around to do that.
Yeah. Are there any rugs or clutter that might cause you to fall?
I don't have a great amount of worry about falling, but yeah, we have a rug in front of the sink. I have a 9-month-old who has now started crawling, so his toys are not confined to his play mat. They are everywhere. But I feel like I'm in good enough health that I'm able to keep myself up. It's hard if I were to have to carry him, though, that I would distribute my weight and carry him. Really worried about like falling down the stairs trying to carry him.
What would you say are some activities that are most important for you right now to get back to?
I'd really like to get up and down on my own. I'd like to get back to playing with my son. I used to go to the gym. I used to play softball. I'd love to do those things again. I would like to not have to rely on my wife for the basics of my day-to-day living. I'm 35 years old. It feels pretty bad to need so much help just to live my life.
What would you say is your biggest concern right now about going back home?
Going up and down stairs, I think. I do not live in a home that is particularly conducive to mobility challenged people, especially now with all the baby gates and all the baby toys all over the place.
Yeah. What would success look like for you in re-engaging in those activities?
Yeah, I would be able to put weight on my leg. Ideally, I'd be able to run. Kind of need to do that to play softball. And I used to be a fast runner. We'll see if I can do that again.
And any current goals with therapy right now?
Get better, I guess.
Okay. Have you had any recent falls?
I don't think so.
How far can you walk before needing a break?
Not very far. A few steps, I don't know, across a room maybe.
Okay. How about when it comes to standing? How long can you stand without a break?
If I can get situated, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes if I'm really feeling ambitious. I feel like I pay for it later though. Yeah. Everything else aches from standing.
Yeah. Do you feel any weakness, dizziness, or short of breath when it comes to standing or walking?
I don't think so.
Do you currently need any help with dressing, bathing, or toileting?
Toileting, no. I go to the bathroom just fine, but bathing, no to bathing as well. We put in a seat in my bathroom so I can sit while I bathe, and that makes it okay. Dressing, I need help putting my pants on, but the rest I don't need too much help with. My wife very helpfully gathers up my clothes for me so that I don't have to walk around to my closet and my dresser and bend over for my socks.
And lastly, I'll just ask you a few questions, maybe about safety or like any discharge problems. Is there anything that would be hardest for you at home?
Going up and down stairs,
Okay.
I would say.
All right. So next, we're just gonna do just a functional screening with you. So I'll ask you, I'll have you, just a little bit there, and I'll have you, I'll see with your left leg if you can bring it out. Okay. And how would you describe that when it comes to pain?
Sharp. Sharp and bad.
Okay. How would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
8 or 9.
Okay, next, if you can, I'll have you stand up. And can I have you walk just a few feet forward? Okay. Okay. Good. How do you feel right now?
Not good.
Okay. All right. And I'll go ahead and have you come back. Do you need any help?
All right, I'm okay.
And so how would you describe that when it comes to pain?
Not good. Wouldn't like to do it again.
Yeah. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
9.
And when you were standing, how would you rate the pain when you were standing?
Not too bad when I was walking on it, or before I was walking on it. Maybe a 4.
Okay. I believe that's all the questions I have today. Did you have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
All right, well, thank you for coming in.
All right.
Thank you for fixing my computer.
Of course.